Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
So it looks like Tamar Braxton and her husband, Jeremy J.R. Robinson, has once again placed us into their group chat, and we're not really wanting to be there. Tamar Braxton went viral last night after posting and deleting about her husband playing in her face with a 25-year-old. Now, if you recall, Tamar Braxton gave him some jewelry, some little pendants, child, to put up on his neck, along with a presidential platinum Rolex. But let him tell it, they just friends. Let her tell it that is her husband.
My man, bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe.
Now, Tamar was recently upset because her credit card company alerted her that $1,100 was spent on her behalf at the Four Seasons Hotel in New Orleans. Now, Tamar knew she wasn't there. However, the hotel alerted her that Mr. Robinson, her husband, was there with another woman by the name of Jay. Tamar confronted JR about it, and JR says that the last 3 digits on his credit card happens to match the last 3 digits on her credit card, and it was an honest mistake, and he made corrections to it, but he did let her know you need to take your meds. And after that, Tamar went berserk, took it all to the internet, and then deleted it. But however, a lot of people did catch on to it, and here we are. Let's break this story down and get into the nitty-gritty. But before we do that, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. These two are allegedly married and now going through a divorce. However, I am unable to find any divorce documentation anywhere, but we do know JR is an attorney, so we don't know where these documents are. He never said they were married. However, Tamar did. I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. Now, JR stated that they have been separated, or he has been single for 6 months. However, they were just partying it up in Turks and Caicos. In August, she gifted him a chain with a pendant along with a Rolex, and he returned the love by going in to hug her, not kiss her. Tamar looked like she wanted to kiss him, but he hugged her, and he gave her one of those good old church hugs. She said shortly after that, she found out that she was single, and she announced it online. This is typical Tamar Braxton and Jeremy Robinson interaction. Now Tamar says he is playing in her face with a 25-year-old, and this 25-year-old is not playing with Tamar. It seems like she wants to take the legal approach. Tamar has blasted her online. People are coming into her inbox. People are underneath her posts. People are going in, some on her side, some against her. But either way, Tamar has done it this time, and now JR is responding, and Tamar responds back. It's just a lot, but listen to this.
You know, I initially was going to take the high road in this situation and not say anything. But the reality is I cannot keep getting attacked. My character can't keep getting attacked. I can't keep being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety. And someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship. Because trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I've chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm gonna date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it. at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing is because we're friends and because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my card and everything's good. Why? What's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can be friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people, hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. But I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, friends don't throw each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff. Like, look, if there was a mix up with the card because of booking.com, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted Four Seasons and they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago? It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us, but you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool, man. And the unfortunate reality is I thought that I could be friends and try to maintain some type of friendship, but that relationship is done. And I didn't want to come out like 6 months ago and be like, hey, I'm single again, because then people are like, oh, you're sassy. What? This is the reason why I did it last time, because of this assumption that I'm leading somebody on and that I'm cheating. I have never cheated in my life. Find a woman that will tell you I cheated on her. I'm not successful because I cheat. When I'm committed, I'm completely committed. Now, I'm not going to go there. There's a lot more I could talk about. I'm not going to do it because this isn't about revenge. This is about saying, hey, wait a minute. This shouldn't have happened. Picking up the phone and talking calmly and saying, hey, Jay, I got charged on my card. You stayed at Four Seasons. Okay, cool. But then you had to find a random narrative to go with it. It's messed up, and the truth is now there's potential defamation behind it because I don't even know this person, never met her in my life, never even had a DM with her. Again, here I am defending myself because of all of these assumptions and all these internet bullies who don't have a clue, not one thing, they don't know nothing about me.
Hey everybody, I know I said that I will not be speaking out anymore, but people be waiting for you to speak out so they can figure out what the hell they're going to say and how they're going to look, because everybody knows that that's what that person cares about. And I just want to be very clear on, nobody stopped the relationship with me. I stopped the relationship with them. I blocked that person. I blocked that person on social media. And I only called that person to find out about my credit card being used. Now, everybody knows that let's not play stupid, okay? I don't go to bookings.com. I don't even really kind of know, what that is or what's that about, right? I use my physical card. If I do reservations, it's through, I have a touring company, so we have our own travel agency. And so I'll go through that, or I'll go through my American Express, right? Where I physically use my card. So we're not going to pretend that, so I'm not going to pretend like, they got our credit cards mixed up, because I thought you were single 6 months ago. We weren't. So which one we doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, just here's the thing for me about guys. When things come out about men, they always say, oh, the woman is delusional. Oh, we wasn't together. Oh, I wasn't leading nobody on. And, oh, they did the things on their own. Come on. How many times have we heard that story? And so I don't even know why we're trying to perpetuate that storyline today. Listen, I'm in my 40s, and I have had my fair share of relationships and, my dealings with men, and, when we having like male friends, I hear a lot of stuff. I've been around the world and okay? So I've heard it all. So we're not going to sit here and pretend that anybody is not going to drop a bag on a man or go to a city like Turks and Caicos if you didn't feel that there was a chance of reconciliation. And let's just be clear. I didn't ask myself to no birthday parties. This person told me right over here at the St. Regis, I want you to be a part of my birthday. Now, if you seeing this, that, and the other, why you want me to come? Now, y'all got to realize, now the man didn't say the status of our relationship. At that time, we were very much married. Very much married. So I am thinking that, I am pouring into my marriage that is troubled, that, I want, because I love my kids. I love my family. I love you. You know that. You just said you love me. So now all of a sudden, now we not, okay. So I'm pretending, and I'm delusional, and I made all of this stuff up, okay? Now, I don't have to buy no man. I know who I am. I know the kind of money I make. I know the status of my life. I don't have to buy no man. But if I'm pouring into my relationship, pouring into someone that I want to rekindle something with because this is not my boyfriend, I'm wrong for that? Oh, and I'm on my own for that. And not you saying, oh, when your birthday come around, I'm a wop, 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 woom, woom. Like, I had absolutely no idea to feel like I was in this by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have seen us out. People seen us at your favorite restaurant. Yes, we have been quote unquote living apart. And I guess you want to say single, where we could, date other people and see what's out there. But you clearly told me you wasn't with nobody. You clearly told me that you are emotionally unavailable, and you just hitting whop, whop, and won't, won't. And my whole thing, and let's not make it like, oh, I'm sorry, we keep being cut off, but this is important. And we're not going to make it like, oh, now Tamar got mental health issues. Now, y'all done seen this man. We're not going to pretend that this man has not been airing me out and embarrassing me for the past 6 months. Now, if there was not an understanding between he and I, y'all see me sit up here and take a bunch of L's and apologize and really try to work toward my marriage and try to, fix shit. And, because the truth is, y'all, so much, I don't even really know. But just like he said, I'm not going to divulge everything, but I'm not going to let nobody sit up here and make it seem like I am delusional and deranged, and you clearly said you don't want me. Y'all know when I found out I was getting a divorce and my divorce is going to be final on our trip to Turks and Caicos. Didn't say that. That's when I found out at the bar. I got an email. So let's not do that. Friend, don't do that. Friend, don't do that, And here is the thing. Like I said before, I did not mean to post that lady. It could have been, it was a casualty of war. It could have been anybody. Because like he told me, he busting down, wop, wop, wop. He ain't even in nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't say he cheated on me. I said you played in my face. Because the truth of the matter is that you were supposed to be here for me, to show up for me on Sunday. And you didn't do that. And just like I told him, like, well, this got to be a two-way street, boo. Like, I can't show up for you and you don't show up for me. That can't happen. And so you decided to extend your trip and didn't say anything to me in New Orleans. And then I find out I didn't even say nothing to you. You know, I didn't even make it a big deal. I didn't, like this person is making it seem like I am off the rails. And I get why y'all is very believable. And people, every time I fall out with somebody, they always take that story. Now, oh, y'all see how she acting on her reality show? Well, not the past 3 reality shows. Tamar has grown up. And that's why I'm not going to let nobody speak on my mental health and make that an underlined issue and make it like I'm defaming somebody's character. Because the truth of the matter is y'all was following each other on all platforms and also, responding on each other's pages. And the hotel told me. How did I know? This was not just a hotel mix-up. Because, no, I got charged. And the problem was that I asked you, I called you very calm, Now, let me know if hotel policies have changed or not. They will ask you, oh, would you like to use the card on file? Or is there another card? Y'all, I'm not trying to make this a big deal. I swear, it's not about, y'all, it's $1,000. It's not, make or break. It's the point. The point is that you wanted me to sit back and let you not only use my card, let's just say it's a mix-up. Okay, fine. But now it's different because you're using my card for your extracurricular activities. And let me just keep it gangster. I wouldn't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying? Wop, wop. It's not that serious. Me and your relationship status has changed. The way I see you have changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you outside, baby, I'm outside too. Like, let's stop pretending like you is the last of the Mohicans. You are not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, oh, I am addicted to the white meat. Like, it was fine for what I had, but okay. It ain't giving that. And the truth is, I put too much on it because we were married and I take my vows serious, and I thought that you did too. And so the truth is I was waiting for you to come around like a wife, because all I know how to be is a wife. I was married to Vince and that didn't work out. And I got with D and we were getting married, and I got with you and we got married. And I married you after you ate somebody, whole booty sandwich. So let's not talk about WAP and what happened before then, okay? Don't make it seem like I'm a bad person. Don't make it seem like I didn't put up with a lot. Don't make it seem like, oh, I've been so gracious to her and, I have been giving grace and she's a da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ta-da wop. No, baby. Don't do that. We have given grace to each other. And I hate that I posted that last night for that 10 seconds that I posted, and now that it's a frenzy today. But the simple fact of the matter is that I tried to call you and I tried to talk to you, and you were so nasty to me. And at the end of the conversation, you're going to tell me to go take my meds. Something that nobody else in the world knew, and something that you tried to weaponize against me. Are you saying that people who take mental medication or anxiety medication, they are not stable? I would hate for you to say that as a lawyer. Don't do that. The fact of the matter is, I only came back to say this. I'm not delusional. I am not crazy. I don't have to throw myself on a man. And yes, we have been estranged for 6 months, and everything was just final on Friday. So and I'm going to say this in closing because I don't want to say too much. I've probably already said too much, but my feelings are hurt because everybody is making it seem like I am crashing out over this person, and I'm not. I went ham simply because of your disrespect. And the truth is I should have gone ham a long time ago. And I didn't because And I'm sure that people have been here before when you're in love with a person who aren't in love with you back. And that was my case, but I didn't realize it until Turks and Caicos. I had no idea until Turks and Caicos. I knew that we had problems. I knew that, things wasn't working, but I always thought that we loved each other because we always said that we did. And I always felt like, with love, that is a ground zero for you to rebuild. And so now that you feel like I have aired you out, like you have aired me out for months and embarrassed me for months, oh, now we ain't gonna be friends. Well, that option is not even open to you because I'm the one who blocked you a few days ago. I'm the one who cut off social media and all communication with you. So let's stop perpetuating that. Yes, you're the one who filed for divorce because you were the lawyer. You and I as a couple decided that. Don't make it seem like, oh, I got to leave, because we're not even going to go there. So stop doing that. And I told my daughter that I would not talk about her dad. But in the same interim, I hope she had the same conversation with you that you cannot talk about me and make it look like I'm deranged and crazy. Now, I know you love Logan. I know you know beyond a shadow of a doubt what your children means to me. And most of the reason why I was trying to hold together our union. But what I'm not going to do, Jay, is feel like I got used. Because I did. Of course, I do a lot for a lot of people. And I do a lot for a lot of people, financially, gift-wise, whatever. That's just my nature. I didn't think that I was, dropping a whole bag on you and now we're going to get back together. No, I didn't think that. But did I feel a certain kind of way when you was nasty with me and you used my car for entertaining some? And I said tramp because you're the one who said that's not your woman. You're the one who said that you can't, you hitting them off, you hit the jump offs and they don't mean nothing to you. And, it's just sex. You told me that. So if the defamation, that is you giving me the information. Hello? And y'all was following it and talking to each other way more than 3 days ago, JR. Don't do that. Let's stop making it like I'm trying to be crazy because I don't want this for us. Now, in a certain amount of time, maybe a year, 19 years, 30 years, we could talk. But, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. And it has to be a no for me because I have to start loving me. And clearly, all the work that I'm doing, I'm definitely skipping over loving me because I felt like I loved you and I loved what we could have been and what we were more than myself. And I am so sorry, to everybody out there that I, put out this post last night. I was praying to God that it didn't go viral. I was praying to God that it didn't, that nobody caught it. I was, praying to God because I knew that, it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. It was an emotional thing. But I mean, sometimes when you have been disrespected to the level that I have been disrespected from this situation publicly, it'd be too much, and I apologize to everybody that was hurt behind it, especially to my kids that I love so much. I'm never going to keep you away from your son. I'm never going to, and I hope that you don't keep me away from my kids. But, I just feel like the way that you try to twist this story is unforgivable and sad. Because, I came to you calmly and nice after not speaking to you and asked you what happened with the card. And this could have been all avoided, but you're nasty. And every woman that's gotten online has said the same thing, like, you're nasty and you're not nice and I didn't do anything to you and I wasn't trying to be in your business and me and you don't even have that relationship. But I said you played in my face and I meant that. And you have been playing in my face for a while now. And I'm sorry that I snapped online. And I'm sorry this is where we are, but we can wrap this up because I have nothing else to say. And I'm about to go and film something, for a while. And so I won't even be here. So everybody go and enjoy what y'all enjoy, and I'm taking everybody out the chat. And once again, I apologize, to everybody. It was an emotional 10, 15, 30-second post. And this is what happens, when families fall apart. And this is what happens when people are hurt. And this is what happens when, people are, fall out of love. And But I'm in the same token, I'm not going to let anybody weaponize me about my mental health journey. Something that I'm really proud of and that I worked really, really, really hard on. Like, we have to really normalize not doing that to people and taking a jab at them when that's all you have left, because, you know, this could have all been avoided. I snapped when you said take your meds. Like, oh. And anybody with, you know, mental health issues that really take their mental health seriously know that that is a, woo, that's a lot. It's like an alcoholic and you say, go take a drink. But anyway, I promise this is it, because it's gone way too long that I wanted it. So I just wish everybody well. God bless y'all. Good night. I'm going to continue working on me. And I know y'all probably really tired of me right now. And I'm tired of myself. I'm tired of this always being a thing. And yeah, it's just got to be another way than coming to social media, and you guys are absolutely right. So, and the people that have been patient with me and riding along with me, I appreciate y'all, and I'm sorry I keep letting y'all down, but I'm human. And after my sister's death, the last thing I wanted to go through was a divorce, and that's it. All right, well, I'm sure I will find y'all soon, and love will find me soon. But for right now, I'm going to be focusing on work and my baby, and I love y'all. Have a good day. Bye.
At this point, Tamar and JR, take us out of the group chat. We don't want any parts of it. It's all of this he said, she said, he took my card, I didn't mean to do it. We ain't in a relationship, but we are. It's team too much. Y'all need to cut it out. Y'all need to separate. This relationship has been doomed since day one. We all know that the Braxton sisters have not been good at finding a man since the beginning of time. JR ain't making it no better. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about JR and Tamar getting into it? Whose side are you taking? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my new episodes.